Things not to do before getting on stage at a bodybuilding show. So this past weekend I was in Las Vegas prepping my client for a show. And I saw some pretty crazy methods of people getting ready to step on stage. So let's talk about some of them. Now, number one, I saw a handful of people chugging alcohol. Now, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. There is some proof to it, but typically it's the night before you do it. You do not do it 5 to 10 minutes before you get on stage. You don't need to start chugging out of your handle. Number two, there was one client who was on the phone with his coach, and his coach was like, yo, when do you go on? He's like, oh, I go on like 15 minutes. He's like, all right, cool. Pop those 2 dyes out I told you. Taking a diuretic 10 minutes before stage is going to do absolutely nothing for you. Like, it's going to kick in later and you pretty much just ruined it. It's a waste of it. Next up, I saw people just slamming the most absurd amounts of food right before getting on stage. I saw people eating salmon and pasta, steak and potatoes, like right before getting on stage. Not the night before, not the morning of, right before getting on stage, which isn't going to help them. I saw people drinking pre-workouts, various forms of liquid glycerol. Some of these things can make you hold water, make your body look very soft, pretty quickly as well. I saw a couple people chugging Pedialyte or various forms of Gatorade right before getting on stage, which seems a little odd to me. A lot of sugar, a lot of electrolytes, I guess, but it would probably make you soft and watery. But from my opinion, it was relatively easy to see who had a great coach and who didn't, because I saw all the Olympia prep coaches with their athletes. I'm friends with these coaches, and like they're chilling there, eating their rice cakes, eating their honey, doing things that actually have a purpose. And then you'll see some random guy in the corner by himself, just eating salmon and potatoes. Like, he probably doesn't have a real coach, or maybe his coach is, just winging it, but that's just not going to work. And keep in mind, when I'm talking about all these things, I'm mostly talking about men's physique and classic, the smaller guys. Once you get into like open and bigger bodybuilding classes, they do have whole different methods because of how much muscle they have and how much they need to fill out.